What's up, guys? I got another duck load for us to put together. I just came up with this one recently, and this one is also using modern available components. Long shot powder, Cheddite hulls, or Shadite. These are the black ones. These come unskived. You have to do that to yourself. So just buy a skived hull. CSD 118 as named by Ballistic Products. It's a BNP 32 wad. Precision has them. I can't remember what their designation is. The Tupper W32, something like that. Tupper W PR32. Anyway, this load is a spin-off of the Holy Grail load as developed by Chris, aka 10 gauge Okie. He's on the duck hunting chat. If you search Dave in Arizona, 10 gauge Okie Holy Grail load, this is what you'll come up with. And that load is 34 grains of Alliance steel with all the components I talked about, an ounce and an eighth of number 2 steel. They found that number 2 steel patterned the best. This one is a spin-off of that. If you haven't noticed, you can't find Alliance steel anywhere. Alliant has discontinued sales to the civilian market because they are the way they are. They like the military money, I guess. So this is moving a little slower. So this is 10 gauge Okie's load mated with Jimmy Muller's ballistic theories on shotgun ballistics. His theory is heavy payloads, smaller shot sizes, no matter what type you're using, and slower speeds. That is the opposite, if you haven't noticed, from all of the industry loads out there. It's all light payloads, huge pellets, and nuclear speeds, particularly with still shots. So we're going to put this to the test this season on ducks. This is definitely more a decoy load than anything, obviously. I'm thinking maybe out to 40 yards this should be plenty. So let's put this together. I got 23 grains long shot. Three grains of long shot. 23.1, that's fine. 23 grains of long shot. I'm going to use Gary Caskey's wad slitting tool. Comes in handy. I put a 75% slit on there. I don't know if you can see that. It's an inch down from the top of the wad. So I'll measure an inch and cut there. So this goes straight on top of the powder using minimal components as possible. So I've got that on there. Ounce and 1/8 number 4 steel shot is what's in this thing. There we go. And we'll take just for so that we don't get a concaved crimp. I make these on a cricket cutter, or my wife does, with much pain and anguish. Just get one of those hole punchers that you can buy on Amazon and cut yourself a bunch of these 12 gauge, 3/4 inch overshot cards. Does not affect patterns whatsoever. Put this on top of the shot, like so. OMV 6-point crimp starter and the Gype Rebasator middle die, whatever you want to call it. I set it up on my mech. Anyway, I'm going to use the OMV crimp finisher. This is the SP12-2, just on a Harbor Freight drill press, nothing fancy. So this load's moving 1250 feet per second. I don't know if I told you that. And this is at max 2 3/4 inch SAMI pressures 11.5. So I wouldn't alter this load. If you don't use the crimp finishing tool, it will decrease pressure some. It might decrease velocities a little. This is a decoy load in my mind. I'm going to test this year, like I said, on ducks. I'm really curious to see what Jimmy's, what the fuss is, I guess, with all of his stuff. It's, if you're wondering what the heck I'm even talking about, go look up that, oh, what's his name? The MVM podcast, the Mid Valley Mercenaries guy. Anyway, he's had Jimmy on there multiple times. He talks about all this stuff in detail. So anyway, here's the crimp in all of its glory. Deep set, absolutely perfect. I pride myself on fold crimps. If I don't get a good fold crimp, it's not getting loaded in the box. So I don't know if you can see that or not. It's kind of fuzzy, right? Sorry for the photography, videography work, but a little 2 3/4 inch duck hammer with 4s. This might do better with 2s. It's totally up to you. You can put whatever steel shot size you want in here. 6s for doves, 7 for doves, all the way up to BB for geese. There's another gentleman on here who has actually proven this out in the field with a different load, similar speeds. I can't remember the guy's name, but anyway, he was shooting geese over decoys with a similar load spec as this with BB, and he was smoking them. So anyway, enough yammering. Go put yourselves together some duck loads for this season. I'm really curious to see what this stuff does, because it has me boggled. One of my favorite duck loads, at least as far as steel shot, was one. They were all 3.5 inch loads for the most part. The 3.5 inch load, I think I have it down. It's 1 3/8 ounces of the Daisy BBs at like 1450 feet per second. That one's really good. And I had another one that I was shooting. It was 1 1/4 ounce and 3.5 inch, moving like 1700 feet per second. So I shot a GoldenEye last season with that steel shot load at like, it was like 60 something yards. It was far. It took us a long time to find that one, but he was stone dead when, belly up when we found him. Anyway, take this for what it's worth. Go shoot stuff with it, right?